Hey guys, 98 Sports Talk here with my prediction for Alabama in 2018. Obviously, last season Alabama won the national championship. Nothing else to say. Pretty much a typical season almost for Nick Saban and the Crimson Tide there. So let's get into 2018. What I think their offense is going to look like. What I think the defense is going to look like. Whether that's up or down, and then I'll give you guys a prediction, a record prediction at the end. So offensively, I mean, I already think it's a done deal. Tua's starting. I think, Saban's talked about there's going to be a competition, but truly he's just saying that to keep Jalen Hurts from transferring. Tua's going to be the starter. End of story, period. Running backs wise, Damian Harris is coming back. Wide receivers, I mean, they basically have like 3 or 4 first-round draft picks at wide receiver. They're all going to be, I think, sophomores this season. I mean, they're just ridiculously loaded at wideout. And the offensive line should be improved. So offensively, Bama's definitely, to me, I mean, Bama's definitely going to take a step up. Defensively, I think Bama's going to take a step back. I mean, Bama's only got 2 returning starters, so it's, they're kind of, I don't know what to call this one, a reload or a rebuild. I mean, it's kind of both. But when you're talking about replacing Daron Payne and Minkah Fitzpatrick, I mean, these guys are two, I mean, you're talking about NFL, leaders. I mean, I don't even think these guys are going to be NFL players. I mean, I think they could be, Pro Bowlers, stars on whatever team they land on. I mean, these two guys are just, you don't replace players like Fitzpatrick and Daron Payne. So it's going to be tough. I mean, the Tide's only got 2 returning starters. That's Isaiah Buggs and Anfernee Jennings on the defense. Guys that they do have coming in is Yabi Inoma. He is he's going to be a true freshman. He was one of the top, I think top 5, top 10 in the entire class of 2018. He's a defensive end. He's very raw, but I do think he's going to be an excellent pass rusher. Maybe not so much this season in 2018, although I do think he's going to make an impact. But I think he'll be a superstar down the road. And then Patrick Surtain was a big get for Alabama, stealing him from LSU. I think he's probably going to start for cornerback for Alabama. But defensively, I mean, you talk about losing, having to replace, pretty much every starter. I mean, that unit's going to take a step back, and especially when you lose, just studs and Daron Payne and Minkah Fitzpatrick. I don't see how the defense could possibly even stay at the same level or improve. Now I know Alabama had a bunch of injuries at linebacker last season. They probably weren't at their best, but still, I've got to say Alabama takes a step back for 2018 defensively. So what I see for Bama is I think they're going to have a significant improvement with Tua just simply making the change at quarterback. And again, as I talked about, the offensive line is better. That's going to help as well. But having Tua in there as a starter and his ability to throw the ball down the field is going to help Bama's offense tremendously. Even though Nick Saban still wants to run the ball and play defense, let's be honest, teams are going to have to respect Tua's ability to chuck it down the field. And with those receivers, he's definitely going to be able to do that. So I think Bama could, maybe even be a little bit better than they were, because I do think the offense is going to be better than they were last season as compared to the defense getting worse than they were. I just think Tua brings that much to the table. So Bama overall, I think, is going to be a little bit improved from where they were in 2017. So let's take a look at their schedule and what I think, is what I think they'll do here. They start out with Louisville. I mean, who cares? They're going to be Louisville. Arkansas State, Cupcake, at Ole Miss. Texas A&M is the first game that they're going to play where they, actually have to show up to the game. But they're going to beat Texas A&M. I don't even think it's going to be close, to be honest. Texas A&M is going to make big improvements under Jimbo Fisher, but next season we're not really going to see that. Then they play a Cupcake. Then it's at Arkansas, and then Mississippi. Or actually, I don't know who that is. Wrote it down wrong, but who cares? On the road at Tennessee. Then a bye week. Then it's at LSU. and Mississippi State at home, then another cupcake, and then Auburn at home. So really, the only thing you can look at on Bama's schedule and contemplate, okay, which of these games can they actually lose? I mean, it's gonna be at the end of the season. They're gonna for sure beat everybody through Tennessee, and then their season kind of starts, I guess, with LSU. And to be honest, I don't even think LSU really has a chance. Although LSU will play them tough, and it's at LSU. So it should be a tough game, but Bama's going to win that one. And then the Mississippi State game, Bama's got them at home. Mississippi State's going to be an improved team. They're going to be tough, but Bama's still going to win that. And then, Auburn, they've got Auburn at home. Auburn's definitely going to be the toughest game on their schedule once again. But this year they've got Auburn at home. And by then, I think, the defense will be, growing up a little bit. So they ought to be a little bit more comfortable with what they're doing, having to replace all those guys. And, so I think they win that game as well. So I think Alabama's going to go undefeated. Although, again, they could, Bama could lose to LSU, Mississippi State, or Auburn. These are the only three potential games I think that Alabama could lose. They could lose one of those games, but I don't see it happening. I think Alabama's going to be in the SEC Championship undefeated versus Georgia in the East. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you guys think Bama could actually lose a game, if you think Auburn could actually win the West again. Let me know down in the comment section. And if you guys haven't subbed yet, please do so. Got a lot of SEC content coming up, and I'll see you guys in the next video.